America, it's looked like we're becoming less like the constitutional republic it's been for 250 years and more like the monarchy that we all fought to escape from.
We were the richest country in the world. We were at our richest from 1870 to 1913. That's when we were a tariff country.
Breaking news, Trump's time machine is actually a gold-plated toilet. At least that's what Jon Stewart suggests in his latest viral rant. The comedian's take on Trump's nostalgia for the good old days is so on point, it'll make you spit out your artisanal, ethically sourced coffee. But here's the real shocker. While most of us are laughing, some viewers seem to be taking notes. Is this the birth of the Make America 1870 Again movement?
For those of you at home who might fear that the president's desire to take us back to our nation's historic greatness may tread into unconstitutional action,
watch as Stewart's satire accidentally becomes a Trump supporter's dream policy platform. It's funny, it's scary, and it's happening right now. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Picture this. Jon Stewart, his eyebrows doing a little dance, takes aim at Trump's favorite slogan. You know the one. Make America Great Again. But Stewart's not buying it. He's got a different idea.
1870s!
Let's hop in a time machine, Stewart suggests, his voice dripping with sarcasm. Back to the 1870s. You know, the good old days Trump's always yapping about.
We got to go back further to make America great. And ladies, when we do go back, don't worry. It's all going to work out for you.
The audience chuckles, but little do they know, Stewart's just warming up. He starts painting a picture of life in these so-called good old days, and it's not exactly a Norman Rockwell painting.
1870s tariff-driven, becandled, tuberculosis-laden, pre-industrial heyday.
Imagine waking up at dawn, Stewart continues, his voice taking on a mock dreamy quality. Not to your iPhone alarm, but to the sweet sound of industrial machinery. Nothing says good morning like a bit of black lung with your coffee, right?
We were the richest country in the world. We were at our richest from 1870 to 1913. That's when we were a tariff country.
The crowd's in stitches, but Stewart's just getting started. He throws in a zinger about Trump probably thinking child labor is when kids make their own beds.
Everything Trump does is all part of making America great again. Order one. Roll back everything from the previous not great administration. Regulations on the environment.
The audience howls, but there's a hint of discomfort in the laughter. And let's not forget the beautiful smog-filled cities, Stewart adds, his voice dripping with fake enthusiasm. Who needs clean air when you can have a nice thick layer of industrial pollution to keep you warm at night? But here's where it gets really good. Stewart starts comparing 1870s wealth to modern-day struggles, and the punchline hits harder than a robber baron's gold-plated walking stick.
Even the robber barons realized that the only way this glorious era in American history was going to end was either full-scale revolution.
Back then, being rich meant having indoor plumbing, Stewart quips. Now it means having a solid gold toilet. Progress, am I right? The audience is roaring, but Stewart's not done. He's got one more trick up his sleeve, and it's a doozy. But here's the kicker, folks, Stewart says, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. Some of Trump's supporters in the audience are nodding along enthusiastically. They're actually buying this nonsense.
Make America great again, right? That's what we care about.
Making America great again. Yeah.
Just like that, the laughter dies down. The room's filled with an uncomfortable silence as people start to realize the implications of what Stewart's saying. It's not just a joke anymore. It's a wake-up call. Well, folks, it looks like Jon Stewart's comedic genius just spawned the world's first accidental time travel campaign. Who knew a few jokes about the 1870s could turn into a legit political strategy? But here we are, watching Trump's supporters chant "Make America 1876 Again" at rallies. I guess they missed the memo that Stewart was being sarcastic. But wait, it gets better.
By the way, how old are you if you were picking berries before there were child labor laws? Because
Some of Trump's advisors are actually considering embracing this 1870s nostalgia. I mean, why not? It's not like we've seen crazier things in politics lately. Oh wait, we have. Remember Covfefe? Good times. Now, campaigning on 19th century policies isn't just a walk in the park. It's like trying to sell a horse and buggy to someone used to driving a Tesla.
Stuff like income tax and labor laws and workplace safety guarantees. So let's really tread carefully in the greatness wayback machine.
Hey, forget about your electric car and instant communication. How about we bring back the telegraph and cholera outbreaks? Yeah, that'll win votes. But here's the kicker. The line between satire and actual policy proposals is getting blurrier than Trump's vision without his spray tan goggles. It's like we're living in a world where the Onion headlines are becoming real news, and real news is starting to sound like bad comedy sketches. Experts are starting to get worried about this whole mess. They're saying that when political satire gets taken seriously, it can accidentally give a platform to some pretty out there ideas. It's like when your drunk uncle starts ranting at Thanksgiving dinner, and suddenly everyone's debating whether the moon landing was fake.
America, it's looked like we're becoming less like the constitutional republic it's been for 250 years, and more like the monarchy that we all fought to escape from.
Poor Jon Stewart probably thought he was just making a clever joke, and now he's accidentally become Trump's unofficial campaign strategist. I can just imagine him sitting at home, watching the news, and spitting out his coffee as he sees Trump supporters nodding along to his satirical descriptions of child labor in smog-filled cities.
House Republican Andy Biggs introduced a bill this week that would abolish OSHA, a Department of Labor agency tasked with overseeing workplace safety.
While Trump's team is busy trying to spin Make America 1876 again into a winning slogan, they're completely missing the point of Stewart's original critique. It's like they're playing chess while Stewart's playing 4D satirical backgammon, and the rest of us, we're just watching from the sidelines, wondering if we should laugh or cry. This whole situation raises some pretty big questions about the role of comedians in politics. When jokes about bringing back child labor are taken seriously, maybe it's time to rethink our approach, or maybe we just need to start handing out satire do not take seriously warning labels at comedy shows. Alright folks, let's get real for a second. In this wacky world of ours, where political comedy is as spicy as a ghost pepper burrito, we've got to put on our thinking caps while we're busting a gut. Sure, Jon Stewart's roasts are hilarious, but they're also serving up a side of serious food for thought. And here's the deal, we're living in a time where a joke one day could be a campaign slogan the next. It's like playing Guess the Policy. Is it satire or is it for real? Who knows? But here's the kicker. We've got to be smart cookies and not just swallow everything we hear, even if it comes with a laugh track.
13. It wasn't so much we as like four guys. And we called them robber barons.
So next time you're chuckling at a late night show, remember to engage those brain cells too. Because in this funhouse of politics where everything's topsy-turvy, the joke might just be on us if we're not careful. Keep laughing, but keep thinking too.